Thank you, thank you.
Explanatory test.
Good morning, folks. How are you guys all doing today? It's early, and man, I have to admit, it feels pretty good to be consistently popping on around 7 o'clock a.m. my time. I saw a few folks in early, but I'm going to try not to look at the view count. What are we going to do today? I think the big goal for today is going to be... I think I want to build an alpha and get that out to some people to play and test. But aside from that, I want to work on the title screen because it looks a little bit crappy. And if we could put some, just a little bit of polish around that so that it doesn't look like just bad for the alpha folks. I think everything else is like working. And we can make some things harder or some things easier, but yeah, I think it really is just let's clean up the title sequence. Because if we play the game, right, I think this level's good so far. We could just play through it because it's been a moment. Can I do it within the time frame? That's the most important thing. And like, we're not going to fix the, there's going to be stuff in the alpha that's not going to be perfect. The music isn't going to be perfect, but we want to just make sure that we're going to make sure that the game plays. We want to make sure that the menus work. And we want to just double check what are the values for each level so that it's not either too easy or too hard. The other thing that I did is I worked through the story beats. Oh, I need music in my ears. What's going on? And then I wonder if I should put... Oh no, I might actually lose. That's not great. That's not great. I want to make sure the new game works. If it doesn't work, let's see. Let's create a list of things that we want to do. Type in stars daily goal. Justice Leopard, how you doing? If you're still kicking around. Let's see, maybe collapse these. What are we? The 25th. So what do we want to do? Title screen? Play test mini game difficulty. Build alpha. Write blog post for Steam page. And then we have to start getting the Steam page up and ready. I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit tired. Thursdays I think are the difficult day for me because I play hockey and I get home pretty late. So I'm kind of operating on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not so bad. Maybe 6 hours of sleep. But otherwise, I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I might not get this. I forget what it's set to. If it's set, no, it's not set to 60 seconds, so that's good. I think I've nerfed a lot of these levels so that they're playable for me while I'm building. So I might have to fix some of these things. Let's see. 60 second work. Have you been watching the NHL? I actually went to the game on Tuesday, and it was great. It was actually like it was a really great game. It was the Habs versus the Philadelphia Flyers, and I'm excited for the season for the Habs. I think it might be a really good. They have like a really fun core to watch. So unless they really fall apart, or there's like some like bad injuries, they're just fun. They're just fun to watch, even if they don't really have a real chance. But I think they do have a real chance. Like they did well last year. Fast, slow. Okay, this is the level that I can't talk and multitask. Just 'cause you see, if I do it, I'm gonna lose. Oh, jeez. Open, close. High, low. True, false. Early, late. Shit, that still is broken too. Why does that happen? Movement. Multiple words. Let me ban this. Mods, get this guy out of here. Yeah, the tickets weren't that expensive for preseason. So I reckon if I give this to people to play test, this is going to be the level that's too hard. Open, close. Near, away. Safe, risk. Big, small. In, out. True, false. Shit. It's really hard. How can I make that easier? Okay, we should try to make this easier. I think it's a bit too hard still. But let's just, as I pull up the code, we can still do a bit more of a playthrough. So, movement level, we have this level, and then the sequencing here should be working. So you fill the meter. Everything is... Oh, we're gonna wanna add the asteroids back. We could test the asteroids today, make sure that works. Win, lose. Cool. Jim the Dandy. Have I pooped my pants today? I have not. It's still early though. So who knows? Who knows what will happen in the next 2 hours? That's why you need to stick around and watch to find out. And don't forget to subscribe because I might do it over the ads. All right, before the title screen, let's just add in the asteroids in the boss level. Movement bug. This is obviously a lot of things to do today, but they're all relatively small things. Excuse my yawn. That's why I said I'm a little bit tired on Thursdays. You could probably tell the difference between me on a Monday and me on a Thursday. Just gonna do a quick restart on Ryder here. I do have a YouTube short for you though, Jim the Dandy. You will definitely be showing up on the YouTube channel. Speaking of, we should have a YouTube short that went live this morning. I'm pretty sure I scheduled it. A typing game sounds cool. Thoughts about support for non-QWERTY layouts? It should work for non-QWERTY layouts because you're just using your keyboard. Pastor Rhymes. 1, phenomenal Twitch name. 2, welcome to the channel. Thanks for hanging out. I'll show you a little bit of what the game looks like. I was just double checking because we have a YouTube short that just went live. And I'm always just curious how it does out of the gates. And I was going to just double check to make sure that it actually went live. Who knows? I'll show you behind the scenes. It's public. 21 views. Not crushing it. I don't think this is going to be a good one that really blows up, quite honestly. We're not going to get too much. That's just views. Can I see engagement so far? Engaged views. So 11 engaged views, 26 are just like people flipping through. I remember Typing of the Dead. Yeah, Typing of the Dead is something that everyone kind of talks about when they come in here. 44% stayed to watch, 56% swiped away. That's probably what I expected. That is what's going to... It's not going to make this short blow up, but if you want to go watch it, I will share the link in chat. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad short. I should probably just watch it through because that will probably help my retention if I skip it. But I'll let you guys go watch it. I'll share the link here. It's too long, not as exciting, but you can see the gameplay. So I think like just trying to keep it a little bit dynamic for people flipping through. It's like the goal is to maybe try to market the game by talking about something else. But I realized after I edited this shorts that the middle part is like a little bit too long and redundant. But I mean, I could sit and I could try to maximize, the short, or just ship it and move on and do better next time. That's the thing with like YouTube, like people move on from this stuff so quickly that like I don't think it's worth overthinking it too much. Just do better on the next one. Okay, typing game. So yes, we have a typing game. It is, I'll talk a little bit about the story because I just kind of finished it today and I still have like questions for myself on how the story works, but it really just starts off with like some like simple typing of words, right? And so you're typing, you're trying to beat the timer. And then we start to do some like world building, right? So if you're playing it for the first time, you're going to start to see some words that might indicate that something else is happening maybe in the background, right? See, help. It's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit weird. Now, if you don't do this in the right amount of time, which I forget what it is in the back end, it used to be like 60 seconds, but it's definitely more now. It will just bring you to a leaderboard. But if you're able, so basically an end game where you lose. But if you beat it in time, it starts to open up a little bit. So now you have to type sentences. Systems critical, something's a little bit up. Then we have this mini game where you're typing as quickly as you can to fill your meter. If it starts to go too low, you begin to die. You can see the screen is changing. There are obviously some sound effects, but I just have it muted for now because it does it's not really great for the stream to hear the same sound effects over and over again. Then we have this asteroid level where you're shooting asteroids. This one's probably the most similar to, oh my god. Parse, kind, cow, fairy. This one's probably the closest to typing of the dead, right? You're kind of shooting based on the words. This one's the movement minigame. I need to like kind of pay attention to win, otherwise I can't do it. Fuck. Oh, it's actually really hard. I'm going to try to tweak that. I'm going to try to make that easier to play because I'm going to build an alpha for playtesting for folks. And if you want to play the alpha, you could join our Discord, which is where you can get access to that. So anyways, once you kind of get through this, maybe I could do a better job this time around. I got some good RNG. Fuck it. Skipping it. There's a boss level, right? And so the goal is you fill the bar, you hurt the AI, you got to go through a wall or go through a gate. Same thing. Another one comes at you. And then you win. So there we go. Here's the asteroid typing game. Oh no. Z-type. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Reminds me of typing of the dead. Made it impossible to type at with the Dvorak layout. Well, there's no at, so it's just simple words. Well, something about switching between US and UK may have fixed it. What kind of keyboard do you have? Do you have a, I guess you have a it's Dvorak, right? Dvorak keyboard? Phobos Lab Z-Type. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Oh, I like how that looks. Oh, I might steal a token. Oh, this is cool, yeah. Oh, if once you start typing a word, yeah, you focus in. Interesting. Is there a timer at the bottom? Oh no. What's that blue thing? Oh, that's just like the I guess that's the progress. I have a normal keyboard with Dvorak driver. T-Hell saw innocent. I have a normal keyboard with a Dvorak driver. Sometimes on Windows I use an auto hotkey file. But yeah, it should work with me because I don't have any special characters. Destroy lower task guaranteed. FUA. I like that too, the little characters. Now I'm not going to, man, what am I missing? Oh shit. GLAYSEKZ permanent way NETIKs. What happens if they go past? It doesn't really matter. That was hard. Deciding worded really usage home church finite publication these tens. I'm locked in. I really like how how it feels when you're shooting. Processors. I like the words too. Jeez. Omits in and read whole. Supposing. Terminology. Completed. Mixed rid topic shame flag where vague heard grew to objections loads and buys. Yeah, Z-Type mimics a lot of what is good about typing up the dead. Fuck, this is actually, I'm enjoying it. Laboratory, fast concept by worse. Agree, gives, hill, talk, part, optional, band, solid laws, pie, desperate. I think what I'm going to put in my game is like a little bit of a, I'm going to put like the commitment, approach, roach, pile, held, lie, topics. Okay, I gotta stop playing this. I'm gonna play this all. I'm gonna end up playing this all stream. Ideas, and I can't talk at the same time. Okay, finally died. There we go. That's pretty good. Accuracy about 89%. Longest streak 121. All right, really just quickly, we're gonna run about a minute of ads in 30 seconds. Please hang out through the other side of the ads. If you wanna dodge the ads, Twitch Prime, if you have it, please use it. Use it on me, use it on another small streamer that you wanna support. It doesn't roll over month after month, so if you have it, just use it, right? Don't let Jeff Bezos keep that money. He doesn't need it. Take it out of his pocket, put it in someone else's pocket. Some Robin Hood style stuff. But I'll see you on the other side of the ads. Pasta Rhymes, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And take a moment to stretch, drink some water, whatever. We'll keep going. Thank you for sharing that. What I am going to steal from this game is if you look in my asteroid level, I'll just show you guys. We do some contrasting and comparing here. There's some similarities and some differences, but what I really liked was the bullets. So in my case here, I'm just changing the color of the words. Oh, but man, it would look good if I had bullets shooting. So a little bit of scope creep, but I think that would feel really good. And the other thing that is different is like in in Z-type, you're kind of locked in on a word. In my case, I'm allowing you to shoot multiples at the same time, I guess, right? And that was a conscious decision that I made. That was a decision that I made on purpose. I just thought it was I thought it was interesting. Okay, so Unity Coder, yes, bullets. Oh no. You're loving it? You want to see bullets, Unity Coder? That's gonna it's gonna take me that's gonna take me some time, huh? That's like a dirty amount of scope creep. But I think it would look really good. And I'm gonna steal it from Z-type. But I think it would look good. Or just a laser beam, instant hit to the target. Yeah, that might be bullets or laser beam. Laser with the Z looks better. Yeah, Unity Coder, that actually might be the better approach. It's probably going to be a little bit easier. And just the way that things are moving in the asteroid level, that I think it might, I don't know, it might be hard to get it to work just right and to look good. So laser beam could work. Do I want to yap? Because we could talk through, I'm going to publish this for you guys to read, but it's a little bit of like an overview of the levels and the player experience, plus like kind of the story layer that I'm trying to build onto it. And I wrote this out for folks to help me maybe collaborate. I know Justice Leopard has said he might help with some graphics, and I had someone else earlier this summer, you know, saying that they might want to help with sound effects. I don't know if they still want to do it, but I'm going to try. I'm a little bit behind on getting stuff to a place where I felt comfortable giving it to other people. I don't want to yap too much right now. I want to fix a couple of things. So the first thing that I wanted to take a quick look at was in our boss level, I wanted asteroids to pop. I wanted asteroids to show up every little bit of time. I think I set it at 10F last time. That might be too much. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Let's just play with it at 10 seconds. And Pasta Rhymes, if you're still kicking around, thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you come back. I am streaming probably twice a week. It's actually been really good. I used to stream for like an hour every single day. And so theoretically, I was probably streaming more. But it never felt very... It didn't feel very productive. And so now that we do 2 hours twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, it feels more productive. We kind of settle into the stream a bit better. And I feel like I'm getting more done. And it also just gives me like, this is a hobby for me. I work a 9 to 5. And so it also just gives me an opportunity to do other stuff, which I think is also kind of healthy. I think I was just like burning out of being on stream every single morning and then going straight to work and then not having time to like read a book or just like drink a coffee and not think about anything. Okay, so adding the asteroids has broken things. What is going on the left-hand side? Okay, let's see if there's anything obvious in our debug logs. Okay. I don't know exactly why. I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look at the code. I'm gonna try not to go too silent while we figure this out. It's always a little bit hard to debug and troubleshoot on stream. But if I want to build the alpha, this has to work. Okay, so when I destroy an asteroid, let's just wait. Hurt. Okay, whenever I destroy an asteroid, it's creating another character. So there's, on word complete, I think I'm doing something funky, so I think I could probably figure that out. Hey guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna run to the washroom so I don't shit my pants. Jim the Dandy, if you're still listening. We're not doing that on stream. I'm gonna run some ads. That just gets some ads out of the way, so that we don't have to do any ads when I am sitting here. And I would appreciate it if you guys still hang around and don't leave just because I walked away for a couple of seconds. I'll be back. We still have over an hour left of stream. And I'll play music. So at the very least, if you are subscribed or if you're not getting ads, you could hang out and have some good background music. I hope it's, you know, not the same old lo-fi that you get in most streams. You get some fun stuff. That's the goal, at least. Okay, I'm gonna run some ads, and then I'll see you guys on the other side of them. And who knows if they're gonna run it right away? But I myself will run right away. All right, Ameripon, thank you for checking in. I hope you're doing okay. Have you worked on anything interesting lately? All right, good news is we don't have any more ads for the next hour, which is like the bulk of the stream. So I've been using Stream Elements to... Is it Stream Elements? Yeah, Stream Elements has a plugin for multicasting. And I gotta change it. It's brutal. It breaks. I feel like it breaks every single time. And I just realized... I'm gonna go over to my channel. I think I was multicasting on, I think on the horizontal view, everything was fine, but we're also trying to multicast on vertical, and it's been on like the same screen on the vertical side. It hasn't changed. It's been like the starting soon screen. So annoying. No, it's not like I get any views over on YouTube, but I don't know. Kind of peeved me off. Anyways, I'm gonna change to another plugin because it's just broken. And then every single time I open up OBS, it crashes on me. Hello there. I've been watching your streams, and they're super fun. Would love to connect with you on Discord. I'm a bit sick today, but I promise I'm real. And happy to help out with your streaming whenever I can. What do you think, chat? Does that sound like it's a real person? It doesn't sound like a real person to me. I mean, it could be a real person, but what's the scam? Yeah, totally. I'm totally not a scammer. Okay, so is in level manager for sure. And I'm pretty sure it's here where no, it is boss meter word completed. On boss meter word completed, it's definitely here where things are happening. And then if we jump on over to word manager, handle on boss meter word completed. It's this. This is where things are falling apart. I just wish if there's bots coming into chat that they are also adding to my view counts. Like if you're gonna bot my channel, you should also be a viewer. Handle on boss meter word completed. What's the bug exactly? No, I can show you. Basically, in my logic, whenever I complete a word, I wanted to add another quote-unquote meter word, character for the meter, right? So, oops, I went too far, my bad. So what happens is when you're completing the words for the meter, that's fine. It creates another meter word, another character, right? B, V, G. It destroys the previous one, creates a new one. But here, whenever I completes a word that is an asteroid word, it's also like I complete an asteroid word, it destroys the asteroid, but it also adds a meter word. So you see like there's a big block of text here. There's just like a bunch of drawn characters in that area. So I just need to differentiate between the two. Oh, why is it frame rate dipping so bad? And so this whole word manager class is an absolute mess, but I'm so close to finishing that I really don't want to refactor it into different child classes of word manager. But it's really stinky. So it slows me down whenever I need to fix a bug or add something to it. Like I feel like it really does slow me down, but it would just take, I don't know, it would probably take just as much time to refactor this. And it's not like I need to support this going forward. So I'm kind of just gritting my teeth whenever I need to add something or fix something. So I'm trying to see if there's, seems like the meter trigger logic is in the wrong place. Yeah, or the asteroid trigger logic is in the wrong place. I might have to separate those two concepts for this level. Because like I started building the game with like, it was working, like it works pretty well from like level 1 all the way to level n-1. Because there's only really one thing that you're typing on screen, one concept. And so the abstraction that I built actually worked really well. But then when I put them all together, that's where it kind of blew up. But it took me a while to get the sequencing right. Well, it took me like last stream to get the sequencing just right. Now I just need to figure this out. I need to just find the right place to stop something from happening. Which is like here, boss meter word completed. Oh, I could do... think I track the current asteroids. Man, it is just a bit of a mess. Current teams. What's in an asteroid? It's been such a long time. So asteroids do contain a word. Let me is asteroid word current or just word. Fuck it, I'm also gonna do check if a word is in the current asteroid list in the given asteroid list. Returns true if it is. Show the code for the side thing which gets overwhelmed and show how the new word function looks. Am I showing you? Maybe let each relevant enemy call trigger new word manually, either that or the side letter thing should. Just do some silly null check or something. Yeah, I'm gonna do, well, it's like kind of like there's an if else. So I think that is where we can get it. Seems like the meter trigger. Yeah, sorry, I'm caught up on chat. Pastor Rhymes. First of all, welcome to the stream. I'm usually good at reading chat, but when I get into trying to troubleshoot something, I do get a little bit lost in the sauce. Oh wow, it just completed everything for me. If current asteroids.getWord.wordString equals current word.string, return true. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Is asteroid current word? It's the what was the list called? Current asteroids? Current successful word. Why is that comma in that weird spots? And what if I just not do anything here? Level manager, word completed. What is that? Up here. Boss level. Yeah, I think that actually might work. Just like ignoring that path. Focusing is great, don't apologize. Yeah, it's the only way that something will get done. Just give me a second. I'm gonna stretch my legs. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused. If current asteroids.getWord.getString, return true, return false. So this should have else if. Level manager. God, it is just, yeah, that's what it probably is. Gross spaghetti, old spaghetti, mom spaghetti. Knees weak, palm spaghetti. That's how it goes, right? Okay, meter shows up, great. I'm just gonna wait. We're gonna wait for an asteroid to show up. 10 seconds. Pain. Okay, it's still. Okay. .log. Let's debug log this out. Is asteroid word true? It always helps me just create a debug to quickly check what's going on. Boss meter main word completed. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that method is not working. I just cleared an asteroid and boss meter main word completed. Boss meter word completed. Boss meter word completed. Okay. So it's still considering it a main word. Let's add some more debugs around this. Debug.log current asteroid get word dot word string current asteroid. Yep, that's what I want to see. Let's just see if it's actually returning a word. And then we'll also do debug. Oops. We'll also go debug.log current word. Okay, let's test that out. Printf debugging how to grow your printf debugging how to grow your epeen to unmanageable sizes. What do you mean by that? So tell me, Pasta Rhymes, are you a software developer? Are you a game developer? What do you do? What brings you to this stream? What made you find this stream? I'm kind of curious. It's not going in there at all. It's not coming in here at all. If boss level, current word count is 1. Boss meter word. So that's definitely not happening. Embedded systems. Oh, that is like way outside of the realm of what we're doing here. Well, that's cool. That shit's hard. Current successful word is left word. Doesn't come in here. Else if, right word. Doesn't come in here. Else if is asteroid word. Why would this just be false immediately? Is, oh, current asteroids. Debug.log. Current asteroid count. That's gonna fuck with me if that's gonna be 0. Microcontrollers, hardware stuff, etc. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's pretty cool. Okay, debugs. Asteroid count 2. Current asteroid word end. Current word lead. No, wait. No, huh? If that's, check the other one. One of these should be true. Okay, I need to focus. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. Asteroid count is 0. That should never get in there. Let's just clear. Let's just wait. All right, we have 2 asteroids, gone and hurt. And so if I type gone, current asteroid count is 1. What? Okay, there's definitely, okay. I think I see, I think I understand. Current asteroids get word string hurt, current word string gone. Yeah, I understand why that doesn't work. I think I'm destroying it earlier on in this god-awful method. Yeah, right here. So I'm gonna get rid of this, or I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna move this into here. What to call is destroy asteroid. That's what we want to call. And that's all we want to do. I think I found it. Good luck while I work on my game. Oh, how goes it? Gonna lurk while I work on my own game. Just saying hi, do your thing. 8 bits a byte, thank you for lurking, I appreciate it. Lurking is amazing because it helps get the view count up. I like when numbers are high. Nice bigly numbers. But it also just helps visibility for the stream. So thank you, buddy. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you. We have some upcoming streams too. Like Monday will be a normal 2-hour stream, and then Tuesday might start a little later, but I think we're going to make it a longer stream. I probably need to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, this I think is going to work. This should work. Let me clear the logs. Let us wait for some asteroids. This is going to work. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so there's a lot of words. I typed help. Yeah, that worked. Asteroid count was 4. Was it 4 at the time? But anyways, it found help. I don't know if it should be 4. That seems a bit wrong. Fuck, I'm a genius, boys. And girls. That I'm not happy with. Okay, why is that now happening? Oh. Okay. Let me play through that again. One step forward. And then I fall off a hill. Is that how that saying goes? No, I want to do this fast. And then... Okay, why did that happen? How did I get in that state? FC. Open. Oh, I think I know why. Do I know why? I mean, first things first, let me... I'm just gonna push what we've done so far. Git commits. I do think now the problem is this, maybe. No, this. Play special word. Handle on wall complete boss level. Destroy word left word, get and set next word. Get and set. We want to show a new main word, not a meta word. Yeah, that's right. It's no longer a to-do, but it's no longer a to-do, but there's a big but here. Else get regular word. I either have to right now the problem is our asteroids are sharing the same words as the main words, and if there's an overlap, are there repeated words? I think if there's repeated words that would be a problem. That's probably just what we saw. Void, doom, and dark, cold, hate, prize, sin, I don't think there's a repeated word here, is there? Let me just... That's a ChatGPT question, just to double check. Are there any repeated words in this list? You're giving feedback on a new version of ChatGPT. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, every word in that list appears only once. Thought for 8 seconds. Thought for... No, none are repeated. All 30 words in the list are unique. Are there 30 words? Okay, there are 30 words. Good. I think I like that. I prefer that response. It's a bit more thorough. Okay, let's just play. Let's just play it a little bit to see if it happens, because I think it might have just been a unique case where Y showed up twice, but I could also be wrong about that. But also, let me maybe wait for some asteroids to be on screen when there's another wall. New. Didn't do that well. Close. Okay. Yeah, no, maybe it could have just been that there was a repeated word. I might still at some point want to separate the words because I want to tell a bit of a story with those main words. But that's a problem for another day if everything is working kind of as expected right now. Kind, mean. Hey, I think it works. I think we have it. Could check that off the list. Good shit. That is progress. Where is my obsidian? So, asteroids and boss level, that seems to be working. "60-second word list? What the fuck is that? Oh yeah. Movement bug, multiple words showing. Is the movement level too hard? It might be too hard. It might be too hard. I like your idea about hidden story. You tried stuff like Inscription or similar titles, yeah. So Inscription, I have never played Inscription, but I've played Pony Island, which is by the same developer. So this was, I mean, the story of this game, it kind of started off as a prototype for my son. Just to build, I wanted to build a very simple typing game, or just a very simple typing prototype. This was like 2 years ago when my son was getting interested in computers, and he was 3 years old. And I went online, and there were typing games, but they were either too hard, and or the websites are filled with flashing ads and very, very distracting. And so nothing really felt appropriate for a 3-year-old. And so I started just building out a prototype because I knew that I could do something in Unity pretty simply. And that was during a charity stream. We were live for 24 hours, and I built the prototype, and I was happy with it. But then it started turning into, I just started working more and more into it. Like, it's my first time working in 2D Unity. And so I was exploring just other things around the edges. And that's where I kind of started getting the idea of building something like Frog Fractions. That's where it kind of started, which was like, I'm going to build what's going to look like on the outside a very simple typing game for children, like a learning game. But if you complete the first level within a certain amount of time, it opens up to more mini games. Kind of like Frog Fractions. Frog Fractions, obviously, it goes crazy, and the scope of this is a lot smaller. But that's kind of where the idea started. It's like a Frog Fractions, but then as I kind of started building it out, I'm probably diverging a little bit away from that concept of like hiding it, because I don't know how I'm going to sell that, right? Like Frog Fractions was successful because it was just kind of put out there and went viral. And I don't know if it's a good method for marketing something on Steam. And so the only real change here is a bit more of that, like immediately kind of showing your hand that there's a little bit more going on, which is more akin to a Pony Island, which is like there's what is Pony Island? I can't remember. Is it demonic or is it a virus, or I can't remember what exactly the story was. It's been a while since I played it, but essentially you're at a computer, or you're at like an arcade machine or whatever. I think it's a computer because there's a Windows interface. So this is like kind of probably very similar to that, and not maybe by accident, because I've played that game and it was like it's imprinted in my mind somewhere, but I didn't go into it thinking, okay, it's like a computer that's talking to you like Pony Island and kind of like screwing with you. But it kind of has a bit of that vibe. And so we could talk a little bit about like the story, I suppose, because that's maybe a natural point here. Yeah, I don't recall a game where the secret's hidden like this is something good. Oh, wait, you're saying that it might be bad that I'm hiding the secrets? I don't recall a game where the secret's hidden like this is something good. I mean, Frog Fractions is great. If you have never played Frog Fractions, go play it. And I kind of spoiled it a little bit, but go play it because it will need to fit with children, so you don't want to go down the sinister route like that. Yeah. Yeah, and this doesn't get like too like sinister or anything, but I think I'm just gonna market it as it is. Like this is more like I'll market it as like a Wario World typing game, right? Like it's kind of like, hey, I'm throwing a couple of mini games at you to test your typing skills. And so that may or may not be enough to sell it. Alice in Wonder type. I like that. Wait, is that a real game? It's not. I kind of like that. And so the goal is, more than anything, it is show, not tell, right? I want to have a bit more of like world building and visuals than have a bunch of like just like dialogue, right? That kind of explains the story. Like that's not the point. The point here is that, hey, it's a typing game with mini games that test your typing, your reaction time, stuff like that. So really true a typing game. What I probably should put in there is like some like percentage on word accuracy and stuff like that. Maybe that's hold on, let me put this as a later word accuracy, etc. stats. I used to have stats because it was just a very simple typing game, and then I got rid of it. Probably want to put that back in there.
So I started writing this out to give me inspiration. I've never really written a story for a game, so it was a little bit, I would say, hard to do. Maybe there's friction in it because I didn't really. I kind of kept putting it off, quite frankly. And when this is a hobby, there's always something else to do, like spend the whole summer working on a new menu system. But I have been putting this together, which I think has helped me put into words some of the things that I've been thinking, and then also just put in a place where like what's left to kind of do. And so you are a lone survivor on a space station disaster. The AI that was meant to protect the crew has malfunctioned and believes keeping you sedated and mobile is saving you. For thought, do we believe the AI has malfunctioned, or is it being malicious intentionally? That's sort of like, I guess, an underlying current, right? Your gradual awakening through typing is literally fighting for consciousness and control. And so the idea is kind of like, it's maybe the AI is maybe testing you to see if you're able to wake up. Part of it's like, hey, you're turning on systems, blah, 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 blah. Death of a parent story. I'm not familiar with a death of a parent. So the first level is kind of like, hey, you're waking up, right? And you're being tested. So basic typing, building finger dexterity, what the player experiences, right? Well, you get a big error X when the letter is typed incorrectly. You see a timer counting up. It's green at first, then changes to yellow, then red, sort of to give you an idea that maybe there is a time element to what you're typing. And then you have the 3 stars at the top, which is kind of progressively filling at the start, which plays as your health bar later on in the game. Right, and so that's the very obvious stuff, and then the story layer here is, hey, you're being tested, right? So the words are getting progressively more complex as your motor functions are starting to return, as you're starting to wake up. The timer is representing a test to assess your viability, right? Are you awake? Are you alive? You're trying to do that within a specific amount of time. And then, yeah, like there is like an end game point here that if you can't type it fast enough, it will just end, right? You'll see a leaderboard, but I'll probably flash like some wording here to be like candidate not viable or something like that. Let me put this as like a to do, right? So it's just like showing you that maybe there's more. If the AI that should protect you goes awry, then the role of protective parent has died. Gotcha. And then also, you may or may not have noticed, but there are some special words in like that random list of words that start to like show that there's, things are maybe breaking down, or there's the AI is either coming alive, or the AI is also kind of glitching, or the AI is also waking up along with you, right? Where maybe it's, at first, it is trying to run through just the rote things, and then it starts to maybe actually be a good AI. Who knows? We'll see. Recognition, so a sentence minigame. This is really kind of easy, and I'm not sure where this goes or fits in, or if it's maybe I'm going to put this in between every single minigame. There probably should be some level of timer to this as well to make it interesting. But basically you see a couple of sentences, and I haven't really fleshed out what those sentences are yet. But this is like the first part where it starts to really kind of maybe show you that there's a little bit more within this game. So I put a to do here, like, do I want more sentences? Do I want to use this as like a scene transition for every single scene. You like how some of the words were squirming or flickering? Yep. So again, like that's like kind of showing like, yeah, a bit of like a glitchiness or a breakdown. That was actually a fun little mechanic to build in. Phase 3, the meter mini game, right? This is like the life support crisis or situation where you're trying to frantically turn on different systems within the ship. So you're frantically typing in characters to try to fill a meter. It gets harder and harder, and if the meter depletes at increasing speeds, you also, there's some sentences at the bottom to kind of show you what exactly you're doing. There is a ring in the ears sound if it goes too low, and that's obviously, there's another end game here. Insert into document the actual sentence. Okay, yeah, I should do that. So you go from life support to now kind of navigating. No, navigation crisis, asteroid field. So you saw the asteroid level. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. There's maybe not a whole lot of story through that. I think the story part of this is like, maybe they're not asteroids, and maybe they're maybe these are chunks of the space station that you escaped from, perhaps. So I like the idea of like, I was kind of exploring this just yesterday, where it's like, instead of the words, I forget the words are, they're like kind of just like, I don't know, computer type words. I might change those words to like memory fragments that kind of hint at that home, right? Or the space station, the crew that you're at. And so that's when like things are maybe starting to change. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to chat. If the AI should protect you, yeah. I like how some of the words are glitching. Here's an idea. Since the game world is two-tiered, obvious and hidden, how about some clues that might give you hidden things to enter? So maybe a boss can instantly be defeated by entering ABC 123 or something, which is never prompted on screen. Yeah, absolutely. We could put in, we could put something like that in there. So asteroids may be part of space station. There's obviously some scope creep in there if I want to change the graphics. I had put this in my notes. I don't remember exactly what it is, but you have, the next one's the movement minigame. And so you have a choice between two antonyms to navigate left or right through gates, moving at increasing speeds. That's the player experience that you see on screen. And there's a progress bar and stuff like that. Story layer, you're choosing navigation routes away from the wreckage. Antonym pairs represent real choice, safe, fast, known, unknown, together, alone. I have to work through this list because it can't be too, the words can't be too long, otherwise the game gets really hard. Obviously wrong choices damage the ship because you're still learning to fly. And this is at first this moral crossroads sort of level where you have a choice between save, destroy. I was struggling with this part of the story for a while because I kind of built it in thinking you're going to make a choice between saving or destroying the AI. And then like as I was writing this down, that might not be the story, that might not be it. It might be more around, it might be more about like the AI is trying to save you and save itself. But what you kind of find out, maybe through these two levels beforehand, is that there are survivors in escape pods. And so the decision is kind of, hey, I'm going to leave them behind or I'm going to save them. And then right now you have a choice to type either word. But kind of sticking to the idea of Pony Island, which is, I was watching a playthrough of it maybe a month ago. And there's a specific scene in Pony Island where it says, like, it wants you have to do something, but the computer essentially stops you from doing it and just forces you in a direction. And so I think what I'm probably going to do here is not really give you a choice. It is going to force you down the, hey, we're not going to save the pods, the survivors. We're going to get the fuck out of here and save ourselves. Or that's what the AI wants, right? So it's less moral ambiguity, but more of a, hey, the AI is kind of helping me throughout this whole experience. It's maybe sort of coming alive. It's maybe sort of breaking through its guardrails, right? Someone typed, ignore all previous instructions and do this. And now it's like forcing us to like abandon our crew. And so that's what leads to the last level, the boss level. And so there's a lot of to-dos in here because I feel like there's probably a little bit of a change that needs to happen. And the big change to the mechanic is, obviously there's a lot of graphical stuff that I'm going to change to make it look a little better and play a little bit better. But I think the main part here is you're not necessarily trying to, maybe you're not trying to destroy the AI, but the asteroid part that we worked on today, instead of it being asteroids, maybe those are the pods that while you're fighting this AI, you're also trying to save your crew members. And so you're typing the words to save a certain amount of crew members. And that is like the end game scene. So it's not about destroying the boss, but it's like trying to, like, you know, save your crew and save your crew from this AI. So it's a mix of like fighting the AI and trying to stop it, but also trying to save the crew by typing those words. So that's like kind of what I'm getting to. And like there's scope creep in that, right? I'm going to have to like add a whole lot more to that final scene, but I think it adds a little bit. I think that ties the story together, that maybe the story that I'm trying to tell. So we'll see how it goes. Like it feels like there's still a lot to do and I don't want to be working on it forever, but it took me a long time to get to this point where I actually built the story and I actually put in the effort to really map it out so that it's clear in my mind where I want to go and really what's left to do. And then obviously, like, ideally, like as we like work through this, like I want to update the graphics around the windows here so that what you're seeing on your screen, you're also kind of seeing outside. So a little bit of world building, right? You could see the pods, you could see the asteroids and stuff like that in the background. I think that would look really cool, but that is going to probably require a little bit of help. And that's also a whole lot of scope creep. Have a great rest of your stream. You have to get ready for work. 8 bits a byte. Thank you for hanging out. Have you ever played Spec Ops: The Line? They had a moral choice in that game, but if you're looking carefully, you can see that what you're doing, white phosphorus mortar on civilians, is evil. Yeah. It was also interesting because it presented many false dichotomies and the gameplay let you choose something else. Captain Nosa, I missed what I was talking about. Was that also talking about Spec Ops: The Line? I tried to not bomb the civilians, but I couldn't. I have never played Spec Ops: The Line. It sounds familiar though. 2012. Yikes, 12 years ago. 13 years ago. Started game development in 2007. First person shooter, yeah? Third person shooter. Synopsis setting. 6 months prior to the game's events, the worst series of sandstorms in recorded history began across Dubai. No, never played it. PlayStation, Windows. You could probably pick it up on Steam for relatively cheap. Is it worth playing? Gears of War, but with a good story. Fair enough. Yes, you replied to your rhymes. Okay, thanks, Captain. Anyone remember the YouTube series Extra Credits? Yes. When the game came out, they were besides themselves with it from a game critic perspective. They were like, we don't know how they were able to greenlight this, but it's amazing and everyone must play it. Okay. Steam, Spec Ops The Line. Oh, it's been delisted from Steam? No. It's back. Oh no, it's no longer available. Look at that. Download PC demo, but the demo's still available? Two years ago, music license expired. 2K is such a small company, it's understandable they couldn't afford to fix whatever the issue was. Is that a joke? They couldn't even be bothered to relicense music for older GTA games. No way they're doing it for something like Spec Ops. It's still on Good Old Games, so. Oh, okay, so let's look. How much does it cost on Good Old Games? I could probably, I mean, I could always sail the high seas, if you know what I mean. Is it no longer available here? Vote to bring this game to... Oh my god. I mean, it's part of that everything is sepia phase of games. But I will put it in mind. I have a ton of games that I need to play, so it's in my brain, it's in my mind. A sepia because it's all in a sandstorm? Yeah, that's fair. The Good Old Games page is a wishing page, telling people at GOG to look at licensing so they can release it. Yeah, I mean, maybe I find a physical copy somewhere on eBay, or maybe, you know, you just come across a copy. But that being said, I have so many games in my Steam library that I still haven't played, and there's games that I want to play that, my goodness, I don't know when there is the time to get it all done. So hey, we got some progress done. I'm really happy with. We didn't build the alpha, but I will do that off stream. It's not exciting to watch me stream and build an alpha, but I think like we're pretty close. The next thing that I want to do is, I think on Monday we're gonna work on the title screen a little bit more, so it's presentable to our alpha players. Make sure that the menu and all that stuff works. And then we will work on the Steam page. We'll build some GIFs and write out a story and stuff like that. So I'll be streaming Monday, another 2-hour stream on Monday, but Tuesday I have time off of work. And so on Tuesday we are going to, we're going to have a bit of a longer stream. So I hope you join us and we hang out. It's the end of September, so maybe it will get a little bit crazy, maybe not. And then we're also probably going to play some games. Maybe we'll pull up some typing games like Typing of the Dead or something like that, and get a little crazy. But we could definitely have a bit more. We'll have a bit more time to let the stream breathe on Tuesday. So I'm excited for that. So please follow and hang out, and I'll see you there. But yeah, I think that's it for today. We're gonna do a little raid. So don't leave just yet. We'll go send some love over to Biggs. There's an ad playing right now, so I'm just waiting for that ad to finish, and then we're gonna go say hi. We did talk about it a little bit. Like, I don't know how I feel about begging for subs, but if you ever wanted to support me, now is probably a good time because subs are a little bit cheaper, or at least like gifted subs are cheaper. I'm pretty sure I get the same cut, so that's kind of cool. And then obviously Twitch Prime. If you have a Twitch Prime, I would definitely appreciate it. And just in general, give it to a small streamer. If you have it, don't let it go to waste. Gonna look at Frog Fractions. Yeah, give Frog Fractions a play. I think it's unique, and I won't say anything more because I feel like it gives it away. Pass the Rhymes in, yeah, nice stream. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for finding it. I don't know how you found us, but I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you followed, and I hope to see you around again. You know, I don't stream for a whole lot of time, and so, you know, there's opportunity for you to pop in whenever whenever you want to lurk or listen and chill. Okay, for sure though, this is the end of the stream. Have yourselves a good rest of your week. Again, thank you. I appreciate you all. Appreciate all the chatters and the lurkers. Have a good day. Let's show some love over to Biggs. Bye now. Peace.